Hi everyone, it's Kieran here at Magical Traveller. Hope you're having a great day. And today I am once again joined by my favourite colleague over at APT Travelmarvel, Becky, who has very kindly come back on with us today. And she's going to share a little bit more about sailing the Mekong with APT and Travelmarvel. So hi Becky, thanks for coming back on. Did you just want to say hello and introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, guys. So my name's Becky, as Kieran just mentioned, and I've been working for APT and Travelmarvel now for nearly 5 years, and love it to bits. Absolutely love the product. We're very, very lucky to have the most incredible product lines. So yeah, very excited to be here today to tell you all about it.
Thank you for that. And this is a region I'm going to put my hands up and say it's a region that I know a little bit about type of thing. So sailing, kind of exploring Vietnam and kind of doing the Mekong River is something that is definitely on my bucket list because it just looks incredible. Everything I've seen of it just look amazing. But I don't know whether or not maybe you want to just jump off and start off with maybe where to begin with it. Kind of what do you guys offer when it comes to exploring kind of that region and sailing the rivers with them?
Yeah. Absolutely. So we're very lucky at APT because for those that don't know, we do incorporate both river cruising and escorted touring within our
Yeah,
Asia program. So what that does is it gives people the best of both worlds because both those products kind of go hand in hand with each other. It also means that people can obviously see the true, real, raw side of Vietnam and Cambodia by traveling along that
yeah,
Mekong River for 7 nights, and then also have those additional stays in the cities, sort of top and tailing the river cruise. So between the two products that we offer, it gives you, the best hotels to stay in the best areas within the cities. And you obviously still get a number of inclusions as well as the assistance and guidance of a tour and a cruise
nice.
director as well. Obviously, we do have the APT luxury style of travel in Vietnam and Cambodia, but we also have Travelmarvel Essential as well, which is our premium 4-star. So there is a number of different price points and sort of itinerary durations for people to choose from to sort of suit their requirements and obviously to suit their budget as well.
Amazing. I think that's the great thing as well, isn't it? It gives people that choice of kind of the level of service they want, whether they want that kind of all-inclusive and they want their handheld and they want to be taken off to like the best places, the best spots to do, or whether they want kind of to make sure that they're bookending so they know kind of where they are, what they're going to be doing and have that kind of guide to point them out. But then equally they can go off and kind of go and find their own little adventure as well. So I think it's great that you have both those options available within your product range.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ships are going up and down the Mekong, so you can go in either direction as well. So to give you an example, the Vietnam and Cambodia highlights itinerary is our 15-day sort of flagship itinerary with APT
Wow.
Luxury. You can either fly into Siem Reap and finish in Ho Chi Minh City, or you can fly into Ho Chi Minh and finish in Siem Reap. So they're sort of going, vice versa throughout the season. Season generally operates from sort of, July onwards through to March. We don't travel sort of through the main monsoon season.
Yeah.
So, it is obviously seasonal departures, but there's a wealth of departure dates that people can choose from within that period of time. And yeah, I think, being able to have those stays within those cities as a escorted tour, and be able to go off and do the must-sees, must-do attractions, it really does enhance the whole product offering, definitely. But
Yeah.
the river cruise is certainly a highlight for many people.
No, definitely. And I could just imagine kind of seeing that beautiful landscape kind of unfolding as you're sailing, down the river and being able to kind of go off and explore kind of off the beaten path, towns and villages, I'm guessing, and then kind of go off into the main headlines as well at the book end of it. It's just a really incredible way to really immerse yourself in that culture as well and get probably a more authentic experience than if you were maybe to do like a hotel break, because obviously, as we know, a lot of hotels that cater to Western travel are going to be kind of aimed more at the Western market type of thing. But this is going to be a very much culturally enriched program on board the ship with like kind of local food and local entertainment. And then you're going to kind of get into the heartbeat of the cultures and the communities they're going to be traveling in as well. So I think it's a really fantastic way to really touch, the Vietnam and get a feel for it and get a feel for what's available.
Yeah, 100%. Life is raw and real along the Mekong. I mean, you're going to see some things such as, the floating markets, for example. You're going to see the fishermen casting their nets. You're going to see the houses on wooden stilts to withstand all the flooding, etc.
Yeah.
The tiny little towns and villages. There is no infrastructure along the Mekong for the ships that operate. So you have to tender a lot of the time from the ship to the riverbank and then walk up the riverbank into the town village, that you may be visiting. So it is going to give you that completely different perspective from visiting Siem Reap or Ho Chi Minh, which is still fantastic, but of course they are just a little bit more lively, a little bit more established. You know, when you're traveling along the Mekong, you are literally going to see real raw life, and the people are, you know, the most friendly people that you'll ever meet. They're so intrigued to meet you. They want to show you their, you know, their market. They want to sell you their wares, of course. You know, but you know, we do work with a number of charities within the Mekong as well. So our guests will have the opportunity to support local, and obviously, you know, go and meet the local villagers with the guidance of your tours, your cruise director and the expert local guides that we use as well.
Nice. I think that's so important as well, because two regards. Obviously, it's a case of we're very fortunate that we get to travel to these destinations, but I think it's very important that we give back to them as well, kind of thing, because they are hosting us, they are greeting us, type of thing, to explore. So I think it's so important to kind of to support and give back. So it's great that you guys do that, but I think it also gives you a more authentic experience as a payoff for that as well, then, because you are dealing with the locals, the people themselves, if you're gaming, rather than some kind of big faceless company that are giving you a kind of glamorized version of what the experience is like. You're dealing with the real, raw, authentic Vietnam. I think that's lovely, and I think that's why you go on these package tours, because that's where you're getting that whole authentic local experience.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've actually got a sort of a charity division within the APT Travel Group called One Tomorrow, and we work with a number of charities in many different places across the world. And one of them actually is the ODA, which is in Vietnam, and this is Opportunities for Development Through Art. So it's basically our guests will be able to go and visit the charity. They'll be able to see underprivileged children that are supported in a really nurturing, loving environment. They'll have a performance put on for them, because the charity believes that you can obviously support children through education, through drama, through paint, arts, you know, music, dance, etc. And it's a fantastic experience for our guests, and they absolutely love it, because, like you say, you feel like you're giving back. You know, there is a lot of obviously in terms of children, there is obviously a bit of begging and things that go on, and we believe as a company that every child should be in education. So by supporting, by booking a escorted tour through an operator, you know, we're working with the right charities, we're doing things the right way, and supporting those local communities, and the guests will totally feel that when they travel with us as well.
Amazing. No, I love it. And I think that's so great. Responsible travel is obviously one of the biggest trends for 2024 and beyond as well. So I think it's great that that's just something that comes as standard anyway, without having to think about it for people who are booking. So that's great. What about the ships then? Can you tell us a little bit more about kind of the actual vessel we'll be journeying and exploring from?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very excited actually, because the picture behind yourself, Kieran, is our beautiful Mekong Serenity. She went into the water actually only a couple of months ago, so she is brand new. She's an absolute game changer for the Mekong. She's very sort of designed in that very sort of local French sort of Oriental style, so it's very much in keeping with the destination, but she's super modern. She has only 44 suites on board, so that's a maximum of 88 passengers. And each suite, actually from the lead in all the way up, every single cabin has its own balcony that you can actually sit on and enjoy the view, and also a panoramic French balcony as well. So we've got the largest lead-in cabin on the Mekong Serenity within the Mekong at this present moment. The cabins lead in from 300 square feet. So when you book a lead-in cabin on the Mekong Serenity, you are guaranteed to have the most incredible accommodation. But on top of that, of course, you know, you're very comfortable. You can add on butler service within certain cabin grades as well if you want to. But of course, there's a wealth of facilities on board as well. So behind me, you can see the swimming pool that you'll find on the Mekong Serenity. Absolutely gorgeous place. Obviously, very, very relaxing up on the sun deck, with the Horizon Bar and Grill just to the right. So you've got a really nice ambience up there on the sun deck to relax, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the weather, and grab an afternoon tea or a drink or a burger or something like that up on the sun deck. You've also then got the Lemongrass restaurant, which is the main restaurant on the ship, plus a fine dining Indo-Chinese restaurant, which is something that it gives people that taster menu experience. And then you've also got the Harmony Lounge and Bar as well. So the heart of the ship, where you'll be able to see Apsara dancing or listen to some local entertainment, enjoy a nightcap, you know, enjoy late riser pastries, grab a light lunch, etc. And then on top of that, you've also got a a spa and a wellness room as well. So, you know, it's a fantastically
Wow.
comfortable vessel. And like I said, you know, she's pretty much a game changer for Mekong River cruising, because she's been
Yeah.
designed with the Mekong in mind. And so far, the reviews from our guests that have been on board over the past couple of months have been, you know, outstanding. So we couldn't be more
I
happy
bet.
with this beautiful ship.
Yeah. What a fantastic way to kind of explore. And I think we say it all the time with all cruising, whether it's river or ocean as well, but that fact that you can visit all those amazing destinations on such an incredible kind of base or home or vessel, but then unpack once as well. So you unpack once into your lovely cabin and everything's where you want it to be type of thing, but then the ship moves you to all these amazing destinations type of thing, and you get to explore as well. So it's the most relaxing way to explore any part of the world. I'm very confident when I say that constantly, that, you know, river cruise, ocean cruise is the best way to explore any region, because the ship takes you right to the heart of all these amazing destinations, river more than ocean. But
Yeah.
it's just such a wonderful way to kind of see the world.
Definitely. And then, you know, the great thing for us is because we've bought in this new ship, the Mekong Serenity, for our APT luxury portfolio, we've now been able to move the existing 5-star ship across to our Travelmarvel product. So the
Nice.
Travelmarvel product also has an all-suite ship where every balcony
Wow.
has an outside balcony and a panoramic balcony with a number of
Ready?
amazing facilities on board as well. So if you did
Yeah.
book a Travelmarvel premium 4-star itinerary for Mekong, you know, you're
Yeah.
still going to get an extremely high standard of ship, and you're still going to be able
Yeah.
to make the most of those beautiful sunsets, the scenery, and of course, visit all those local towns and villages as well. So we're super excited actually with our product on the Mekong, especially obviously being able to talk about this beautiful 5-star ship. You know, it's an absolute,
Yeah.
you know, game changer. So it's certainly the best way to see Vietnam and Cambodia. Like you say, unpack once, off you go, 7 nights on board, and you can really see the true, real side of Vietnam and Cambodia.
Yeah. And then briefly as well, let's talk about as well the extensions you can do as well. So obviously you have this incredible kind of river cruise as well, but then you can also add on, because of your touring business as well. If people wanted to go off and maybe explore further into land as well, they can totally do that as well as part of our overall kind of package, and still get those amazing kind of hand-holding services that come with being booked on a Travelmarvel or APT tour as well.
Definitely. So yeah, the Vietnam and Cambodia highlights that I mentioned earlier on will start off in Siem Reap, for example, and you would actually stay in a beautiful 5-star hotel, very, very close to Angkor Archaeological Park. Because one of the things that you're going to be
Nice.
able to do is go and
Nice.
watch the sunrise at Angkor Wat. So
Oh,
you're only about a
wow.
10-minute drive away, but you're also very, very close within, you know, the town, the city, sorry, for local amenities and things. But what you also get with our escorted touring program is you also get freedom of choice sightseeing and dining as well. And this is where you're going to be able to pick and choose from a set number of excursions on select days, on select locations, where you can almost personalize your holiday experience to suit your own interests and requirements. And again, with the dinners as well, freedom of choice dinners, you know, there's a number of restaurants that we work with under our APT luxury offering. And again, you know, just because you're on an escorted tour with another 40
Yeah.
people doesn't mean you're going to be spending every single night with them, because some
Yeah.
nights you're going to break up into smaller groups and you're all going to go
Yeah.
to sort of, you know, a selection of 4 or 5 different restaurants. You arrange it all locally as well. So there's no extra admin or anything that needs to be done in advance. It's all arranged by the tour director or the cruise director on the actual itinerary itself. So, you know, it really is a fantastic, you know, sort of putting them together, a fantastic way of seeing the country. But we don't just do Siem Reap and Ho Chi Minh. We also have got Hanoi, Halong Bay, Hue and Hoi An as
Nice.
well. So
Okay.
if
Yeah.
anybody wanted to do a couple of nights in Hanoi and then they wanted to do the junk boat cruise in Halong Bay, again, we can absolutely assist with that. Again, going down to Hue and Hoi An, which is a very popular thing for people to do. Again, you can choose an itinerary that also incorporates that as well. So you get that wonderful beachy kind of relaxed section of the itinerary. And all the internal flights would be included. And we do that under both Travelmarvel and APT Luxury as well. So again, depending on what your price point is, what requirements you have, whether you want to be very much handheld or sort of able to have some free time at certain points through the itinerary, you know, there's a number of itineraries for people to choose, definitely.
Amazing. I think that's the exciting thing about working with you guys as well. It's that freedom of choice type of thing of what level of service you want. And even, you know, Travelmarvel, it sounds really difficult to kind of push them apart because there's a lot of overlaps between the two products. But I think, you know, even the 4-star product Travelmarvel is definitely premium 4-star. It's definitely towards the top end of that 4-star category. So you are still going to get a lot of inclusions, a lot of value for money in that product as well. And you're still going to have an amazing time, but it's very much relaxed luxury as well. So, if you're somebody who kind of wants to have those finer things and you want to kind of be looked after, but done with kind of, a nice soft touch, then definitely that's Travelmarvel's a fantastic option with that as well. But I think as well, given the nature of the fact that you are an Australian-backed company as well, I think that identity seeps through with everything you do. And even APT still has that relaxed luxury level to it as well, doesn't it, Becky?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's key really to what we do. On board, you're going to find Australians, Brits and Kiwis. We're all very like-minded. Everybody gets on very well. So it's a really nice sort of relaxed vibe on board, even though it is a very luxurious surroundings that you happen to be in. And just touching on Travelmarvel, which you just mentioned there, obviously you don't get the freedom of choice with Travelmarvel because that's exclusive to APT Luxury. But what you get with Travelmarvel is those insider experiences. So what we've done there is we've got a number of specially designed insider experiences to immerse people into the destination, wherever they happen to be, Hanoi, Siem Reap, or actually on the Mekong itself. And it comes down to Buddhist blessings and tuk-tuk rides and, shopping market tours, trying street food and all that kind of stuff. And of course, because we're using experts and local guides that know the best places to go, they've got the insider knowledge, you really are guaranteed to have the best experiences. So even if you did choose Travelmarvel, again, it is still going to give you so much to enjoy, so many inclusions, but that lovely balance of free time. So if you wanted to spend an afternoon relaxing on board the ship because you just want to chill, you can do that and you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. Plus, you also can add on your enhance your journey extras throughout the itinerary as well, which you also get with Travelmarvel. So, there's a really good difference between the two, but they do overlap a lot in certain ways as well with some of the inclusions.
Yeah, brilliant. No, thank you, Becky. Is there anything else you want to add in before we wrap up?
No, I don't think so. I think, just, if you're thinking about booking Asia, if you're thinking about looking at Vietnam and Cambodia, then check out, obviously, our page on the Magical Traveller website, because we have got some incredible itineraries, incredible hardware. The value for money is phenomenal. And I just think, it is very much a bucket list thing for people to do. So do it the best way possible, make sure that you've got those hotel stays, but you've also got that Mekong experience as well, because you're going to get so much out of it. So I'd say, definitely have a look at what APT have to offer in the Mekong, because it is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, definitely. If you guys are ever interested in booking, a Vietnam tour or a Mekong cruise, then definitely get in touch. You can find us on magical-traveller.com. Check the cruise section. I'm going to add a section there called the Mekong, so you can kind of just get straight to the Mekong content if you wanted to, and then just find out all the details about sailing with Travelmarvel or APT as well on our website. And then if you've got any questions, get in touch with me. Like I say, if I don't know the answer, this is why we work so closely as well with Becky from APT, because she knows all the answers I don't, or she can find them out for us as well. So we just make sure that you are getting the right package for you, because as we've explained, there is a difference between the two different services or two different products. So we just work together to make sure that you get the right tour for the experience you're looking for as well, to make sure you have the best time ever if you are going to go off and explore the Mekong as well. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed that. Once again, Becky, thank you for coming on. It's been a great pleasure having you. And guys, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.